Right, the reason why we're making this one. Over the last couple of days, I've seen the same thing again, with attacks on prominent flat earthers, i.e. Patricia Steer, Mark Sargent, you know who I'm talking about, the prominent flat earthers. The vibe that I'm picking up on is that these people are somehow responsible for where we should go or the direction this should take. It's ridiculous, because people are going to follow regardless. Regardless of what you say, what I say, or anybody else says, they're going to follow regardless. You have evidence of that. We have mass murderers, people who have done unspeakable acts to other people, who went to prison for a long time and they still have followers, people who come and visit them. You're not going to rewire everybody to suit what you think should happen or where you think it should go. Okay? Is the onus on Patricia Steer, Mark Sargent and any of these people to take us forward? No, it's not. They're just doing what they do. Okay? And you should just do what you do. People coming in, I'll give you an example. If I go to a restaurant for something to eat and I walk in and the staff and everybody there is bickering, pointing the finger at each other and moaning about it, I'm going to turn around and walk out the door. And I'm going to find a place where it's nice, where people are welcoming, having nice conversation, nice chat, and I'll probably go and settle there. Now, that's what's happening in the Patricia Steer shows and all these other places. They're coming across as nice people, they're presenting it nice, they have their hot potato show, their awards show. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's up to them people to do it. They are not physically running about with guns pointed at people or in the matter of their brain convincing them that they should follow them. That's not what's happening. And you want to say about this?
No, really, it's just the usual. It's back to creating discourse and derailment in the discussion.
Yeah.
To me, it's done on purpose.
Yeah.
You can see that through any comment section, the way it gets flooded to dilution and all the rest of it. But I think the main point you're trying to put across here is, if people are trying to promote things, don't start attacking others that are trying to promote things, and at the same extent, don't follow somebody because they've got a nicer mannerism or whatever. It's a case that you make up your own mind and you base it on your own personal experience, your own knowledge. And if you don't know things, then it's easy enough to try and find things out. You don't need to start attacking other people.
No. If you believe that Patricia Steer and Mark Sargent are CIA agents and have got an agenda, then look at how they're operating. Okay? If you want to sit and moan that they're manipulating people, whatever, then employ the same tactics. Be nice, stick to what you're doing, focus on your own thing, and if it's good and people like it, they will follow. You running about shouting and moaning about what everybody else is doing is not going to bring people to your attention, ever. They're just going to run away the opposite direction. Ridiculous.
I think all the infighting should realistically stop. If anybody starts infighting, then people that have got a bit of intelligence about them should realise, hang on, they're not here to help with the discussion, they're just here to create discourse. Or they have an agenda, or they've got an emotional attachment to something. People need to get past that.
It's because people want to sit and moan and whine and have this victim mind, like it's all somebody else's fault, they should be doing this and they should be doing that. Right, here's the fucking thing, right? Anything that you feel or anything that you get upset about has got nothing to do with anybody else. Okay, you're placing expectation on external things from you. Okay, if you do that, you're asking for trouble. It's as simple as that.
The only thing that lets you down in this world is your own expectations.
Yep.
And if you're expecting others to perform or act in a certain manner, then that's an enforcement of free will, so there's the golden rule broke instantly.
Aye.
Same way emotions are imaginary in your own head. You can't turn around and say, oh, they called me this or they called me that, they used bad language, because that's your own preconception of and your own insecurities that's bringing you to feel like that.
Let's sort this out, right? Unless somebody is physically imposing on your free will, there is no issue, okay? People can say what they want, behave however they want, it should not be affecting you and what your goal is, okay?
It's proverbial, been saying that it's like sticks and stones. Yeah, if somebody's hitting you with a fucking stick and a stone, then you have a reason to feel hurt, and then you have a reason to, so to speak, attack that person back in your own defence. But if somebody's throwing words, and then you're expecting to control that person through your own weak emotional insecurities, oh, the words, I don't like them, I'm offended, then you really need to have a good look at yourself, because it's yourself that's the problem, no the other person that's using the words.
It's this focus on these people, right? Even if you have something to tarnish their character, or whatever shit you want to stir up about anybody, it does not detract for the content. Okay, if they're shells and they're agents, through time the content will show up. You don't need to run about trying to discredit people. Nobody's interested in the people. Okay, it's the content.
That's exactly it. That's back to the proverbial, stop shooting messengers.
Aye.
You know, look at the message itself,
Aye.
and the message will tell you
As far as I can see,
whether there's content, whether there's substance.
and as
The
far
message
as I can
stands in
see,
itself.
Patricia Steer, Mark Sargent, all these people, they're saying flat earth, they're saying the globe's a lie. That is the most important thing. Okay, they've made it clear before. If you're pushing a model, or if anybody's pushing models, then of course you're going to get people jumping on and trying to disprove the model, and then thinking by disproving one part of your model they can discredit the whole thing. You know, that's a plan, that's their hope.
That's what I call the Sherlock Holmes fallacy.
Aye.
You know, if you remove everything else, then what you're left with has to be it.
Aye.
So this is why I've been saying to folk, stop pushing models.
Yep.
Stop pushing maps,
Yep.
because number one, you cannot empirically prove them.
No.
Until you can empirically prove it, don't put it out there,
No.
because all you're going to do
No.
is get attacked, and they're still going to be saying, see, our boy's right,
Aye.
because we can prove that wrong. And they like to generalise and label everybody under the same banner.
Yeah.
There's no individuality. You're either a flat earther or you're not.
Yeah.
You know, and this is where people need to start separating as well, because
Well,
we've all got our own ideas.
What about just sticking to this? Every single one of us was born into the claim that it was a globe. That's the claim we were born into. That's what we should focus on. Is ridiculing and rubbishing the globe. No coming forth with something to replace it. That's no what we're about.
The burden of proof is on the promotion.
Yep.
So this is why globe pushers are asking people to promote something.
Yep.
You know, so they can debunk it. Screw that. Let's just focus on debunk the globe and everything they're trying to throw at us. And then, once we've totally debunked the globe, then we start from scratch.
Yep.
We don't just try and adopt certain things or add certain bits on just so it matches.
Right.
I'm sorry,
And
that
if-
doesn't happen.
And if they come forward with anything and try and present it as to, then we strip it apart the same way we've stripped the globe apart. The main priority is to get as many people awake to the lie as possible. And if we demand full disclosure by weight of numbers, we assess what they give us, and if they're still lying, then people need to be overthrown. We need to take control of this whole situation. You know, the military and all the equipment is there. It's all man built. We built it all. People built it. People operate it. We don't need to sit and guess. So, just come back to this whole psychology about the blaming people and all that kind of stuff. I want to make sure that I get it covered, because it's a totally fruitless endeavour. The only thing it's going to cause is mere
Dilution.
and
Bigger
people being
quagmires.
pushed away. I mean, it's an emotional thing as it is, without all this added fucking shit. And I get that people are frustrated. I even went through it at a point where I thought, oh, I'll just blame them, and who do they think they are? They think they're going to be my leader. Nah. I don't have to attack them. All I need to do is look after me. As I say, nobody's in wiring the workings of my mind or making me follow or believe anything. Okay?
And there's no gun at your head either.
No, if these people have got followers, it's because they went about their business. They done good videos, they appeal to people, and whatever level they appeal to them on, and they go to followers. And stop fucking whining and fucking moaning about it, okay? Or sitting thinking you're some fucking saviour. I don't want a saviour. And here's the thing. No everybody's going to get it, okay? It's taken me 30 odd years of constant pondering and analysing, thinking, in all different aspects of my life, in all different situations, to come to understandings and realisations. So, do you think that just by flipping a switch, it's on 6 o'clock news the night, that they tell everybody the Earth's not a globe and will be lying? People are still going to be people. They're still going to behave the way they behave. They'll still follow. They'll still jump to beliefs. They'll still assume. They'll still... you're talking about idealism. You can't drag everybody into your ideal. You know, that's turning into the very thing you're opposed to. Fascism, tyranny, you know, projecting, thinking everybody should be the way you are, or be what you expect them to be. It's fucking nonsense, man.
Conformity and herding.
Aye.
No,
The very
communism.
thing that they fight against, they end up becoming. Right? Now,
I've
I
said
don't
that for
agree.
years.
I don't agree with people pushing models. Now, I don't think that they're really claiming that they're actually true. I just think some people are just working on a model because that's what they think, and they're not conscious of deliberately trying to herd people a certain way. It's just the way people are. I know everybody's a shill. I don't agree with them pushing models for my own reasons, but I'm not going to sit and slate them for it because I don't know them personally. I don't know who they are. Okay? All we see is an entertainment show over YouTube. It's not enough to go on to start shouting and calling people shills and all these fucking labels. And even if they are, what does it matter? People will still follow them. Do you know what I mean? So, there is no saviours. There is nobody with a plan and how we approach this and how we go about it. It's never happened before. No in any of our lifetimes anyway. It's all uncharted territory. So everybody's trying their best to figure out what to do. We don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So,
What we know is that what's getting pushed on us doesn't actually fit.
reality. And it's not going to fit reality because the reality is totally different from what they told us. And we know that. We can prove that. Do you know what I mean? And all these people, as long as they're saying flat earth and they're saying the globe's a lie and they're providing people with proof and articulating why it's a lie, that is the most important thing. Okay?
Content.
Aye. If they want to sit and make shows, fair dues. If you think that they shouldn't be doing that, then don't just say they shouldn't be doing this.
Give
You,
your
you
reason.
put a video out and you show why you think we should be going this way or what you think should be happening. Live and let live, right? Unless, as I say, somebody is imposing on your free will, gun, making you behave or do something that you don't want to do, then there's no issue. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Okay? It's fucking nonsense. On a one-to-one level, you hear people talking like this all the time. Oh, such and such hurted my feelings, or oh, they're not behaving the way I... Right, whose fault's that? Your fault. Why? Because you place expectation on external things. Okay, you're setting yourself up for an emotional fall. Stop expecting for people. Be who or what it is you want to see. Okay?
And that's being an individual.
Aye.
Lose the
Sitting
conformity.
about whining and moaning, and again, obviously it's freedom of speech. If you want to sit about whining and fucking moaning about other people, then fair dues, but for me it's just causing more problems. If you're serious, if you're really serious that you want this lie exposed and you want us to progress and move on, you need to fucking ditch this, right? Stop fucking moaning about people. Let them be who they are. People have their own free will, right? You're never going to make them see the way you see it. They have to experience it themselves, you know, learn their own lessons. As I say, if through time the content of these prominent flat earthers is found to be lies or untrue, people will discover that on their own. And the thing that you're going to need to face up to is that some people just won't. People will just follow regardless. That's just the way they are.
Yep.
You know, we're talking about idealism. People keep having these, right, alright, the globe's a lie and we've got this flat earth revelation. So people jump into these ideals like it's all going to be peace on earth and blah blah. Here's another fucking thing. I don't think there'll ever be fucking peace here because this isn't a peaceful fucking place. I have my own philosophies and reasons why I will never accept this place. But you can't impose your ideal. You know, if we do is if we have to be in this realm, this world, then a foundation or a good blueprint is the golden rule. Okay, and it's back to what I said earlier. As long as you're not imposing on anybody else's free will, everything goes. And we shouldn't be trying to control anybody or each other with any of that kind of stuff.
Especially through emotions, and controlling people through emotions. I mean, I keep going back to that because that is the sickest thing that's happening on this fucking world now.
If you're sitting spending time being angry with people you don't even know. You've got serious insecure issues. I'm not even going to get into it, but for fuck's sake, do you know what I mean?
You see something in the news and you hate the rest of the world for it. I mean, that's
Aye.
sad.
Generalising.
Look out your window and don't look at the news.
Aye. So, I don't think this place can be fixed, to be honest with you. Well, let's get back again to religions and the ideals, right? Shake it off, okay? Because the evidence is everywhere, right? For what this realm and this reality is. The only thing that's existing here is people's will, right? Their desire, their ambition, their will, coupled with their action, is what will achieve. And it doesn't matter whether you look at that as good, evil, whatever. The fact of the matter is that people's will, desire and action is what makes things happen in this reality. Okay? There's no judges running about, invisible judges, judging people for this or for that. You know, people and animals are just doing what they do, regardless of what anybody thinks or feels about it. And that's the reality. Might be scary for you, but for fuck's sake, that's the reality. All the rest of it's just in there.
If you want to do something and then suddenly you stop yourself because, oh my parents wouldn't like that, or the neighbours will be talking about us, no, that kind of fear mentality, that is an imprisonment of your own mind.
Yep.
You know?
You're creating that yourself. You're setting yourself up for it. That's the game you're laying out for yourself. If on a one-to-one level, if Marty gives me control of his life, it's only going to take a very short space of time before I start to use that to my advantage. Okay? You need to stop placing importance on external sources. Fucking ridiculous, honestly. So what? I mean, they have their wee Flatty Awards and they have shows where they talk to each other and interview each other. It's a nice environment. They're just enjoying each other's company, you know. What is it that they should be doing? I mean, you know, they're saying, oh, these are, I don't want you to be leaders, but then you're slating them for what they're behaving like. I mean, what is it you want to people?
Personalising, you know?
Yeah.
Because personalising is emotionalising. Oh, I don't like them. So you're never going to listen to anything they're saying. They might have one of the best messages out there.
Yeah.
And as I put it, the best way I can describe it is if you walk along the street and you see somebody that you know is a good mate, you might walk by like, alright, you cunt, how's it going? And they'd be like, ah, fuck you, you bam. And just carry on walking with a wee smile on your
That's
face.
Scottish banter, that's Scottish humour though.
But then again, if it's somebody you thought you knew but they actually had a wee gripe with you or something, and you went like that, alright, you can't you? Who the fuck are you talking to? Because there's emotional...
It's preconceptions.
Aye.
If somebody has a preconception of me, an idea that they think I'm or my character is, as soon as I come into contact with that person, anything that I say or do is just going to be edited to fit the preconception.
That was the point I was making, because it's the exact same scenario, but you put emotion into it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where the preconception and the personalisation is coming through the emotions.
And it's all this, it all stems from insecurity, right? What other people are doing is of no consequence or fucking interest to me whatsoever, unless of course what they're up to is imposing on my free will, right? But this place isn't working like that. They're not running about forcing you to believe or forcing you to think anything. That's totally ridiculous. You know, there's no wee doppelganger spirits of Patricia Steere and Mark Sargent running about wiring people to make them follow them. You know, I mean, this conspiracy is starting to get fucking ridiculous and paranoid.
But to take that to a certain level, there is such things as neuro-linguistic programming
Yes,
which
and
can get utilised.
That's what I says at the start. You know, employ these tactics. If you think the world's got these manipulators, right, then understand how they're manipulating people.
Would you call it a lesser magic?
It's a lesser magic, exactly, that's what it is. It's the manipulation of people's will. Okay?
And the best example we can give you is Derren Brown.
Aye.
I mean, seriously, that just shows you what is actually possible through manipulation, through speech.
Yep.
Because all he does is speak to people and he just fucks with their heads.
Aye. But he's playing on them. He reads them because he can see the emotional level that they're at, and then he knows the triggers he can use to get them to follow suit. You know, so if you want people to follow you or listen to your message, then start employing the same tactics as these other people if you think they're up to no good. Stop moaning about it. I guarantee you, all that's going to happen by you going, they're fucking this and they're fucking that, is people are going to look at you as an angry man and somebody that they don't want anything to do with, because people aren't interested in that. Give them content, do it in a sleight of hand way, you know what I mean? Give them hints, clues, don't shove it right in their face and say, believe this, you know. And as I say, even if you showed me a piece of paper that says Mark Sargent's a fucking this, or Patricia Steers a fucking this and blah blah, I'm still not going to pay any attention. I'm going to listen to the content, what it is they offer me, what it is they're saying, know who they are.
What I've learned in life is, if the idiot has to attack the messenger, it's because the message has defeated the idiot.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So if people are attacking, it's because they're an idiot and the message has defeated them, so they have to attack the person. It's fucking basic psychology. It's the way the world's happened for fuck knows how long, and people just still follow it. Oh, aye, oh, they're an arsehole, we can't listen to anything they say. Really.
They
But
just,
then watch it for other things as well, because somebody might say something. This is where you have to be subjective in what people are saying. You take the message itself, you don't look at the person, because, for example, David Icke, right? You know there's a lot of these apparent truth seekers that have always went through the David Icke phase, and I call them Ickites,
aye.
you know? And they'll swallow it and regurgitate every single thing that guy says.
Yeah. Because he gave them one truth.
Exactly.
Or two truths.
Aye.
And then just because they found truth in something that he says, they now forget to be a critical thinker towards him and just take everything that he says as a fucking given. Sorry for jumping in, but...
Well, you basically let me have a wee sip of my tea there, because I was going to say the same anyway.
And that's it, you know, that's what they've done. And they've always done that. They show you truth, or they give you wee bits. So let's talk about these truth seekers.
I think
We've been
could I just
involved-
say one thing as well now? As you've probably done yourself, and as I learned to do myself, I used to listen to a lot of folk, you know, and I'm talking about, what, years ago, I used to listen to your David Icke's and laugh at Alec Jones and even fit in with a wee bit of Jordan Maxwell and all the, you know, Freeman wee symbolism and all that.
Yeah.
And you would sit and you would listen for half an hour or so, maybe even sometimes he's going for an hour, and at the end of it you're like that, wow, did you just hear what he said? Ah, it was fantastic, blah 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 blah. But then you'll go back here and listen to it again. That's what I had to teach myself today.
Analyse
Because
it.
your first response, because of the basic human program, is going to be an emotional response, and if it's something you feel you can attach to, you're going to be like that. Oh wow, that was great. Did you hear what he was saying? Blah blah blah. But see, when you listen to it again, and that's when I was like that. People like that. What's he saying? They're like, oh, this, that, and the other. And then I'd listen to it again. I was like, there's absolutely no substance to that. Actually,
No.
there's no actual content. It's just manipulation of the emotional state as such that you may have been in at that time.
It's because they knew we were coming to this point where this oppression and everything's reaching its peak. So they know that human beings in an emotional state are searching and are looking for these truths. So these gatekeepers, the David Ickes and whatever else, they hit you with wee tantalisers, wee things that appeal to you, that you go, oh, that rings true, and something that you maybe want to, and you latch
and
on
they
to
attach everything else to it.
And then they'll give you other bits of truth and blah blah, and then you attach even more, and then that's you, they've got you. So then you just sit back and wait week after week while they feed you whatever information you get, and you don't go anywhere. You just fucking sit still listening,
No,
waiting
we
for
don't-
the wee
because-
emotional things to make you feel good about yourself.
The reason I call them wee Ickites, because if you want to actually try and dispute anything that David Icke has said, oh, you get this army of Ickites will come out. You just don't know, and it's back to you're stupid.
Anybody pushing an agenda when you question them doesn't like it. You know what I mean?
If the person comes out with the statements and they can't back them up, and they'll go to get, as I call them, monkey boys to back them up, then there's something wrong with their message in the first place. Listen to the content, lose the emotion, and if you have to do it, I do, just listen to it twice, listen to it 3 times, so you're actually getting a grasp of the wordage they're using, so you know that you're not getting programmed. You'll know then that you're not getting attached to it. You know,
That's it. So let's
it's critical thinking. Just don't accept it.
summarise that, you know. How you feel and what you think in regards to other people. The only person that's causing any conflict or problem emotionally within themselves is you. Because as I say, you keep expecting or demanding that people behave or do what you think they should do. That's fucking not going to happen, right? I say, there's all walks of life that have got followers and people who support them. You're not going to pull everybody towards the balanced logic, whatever idea you think you have about how this reality should operate. At the end of the day, open your fucking eyes. This place will never be a paradise, okay? fair dues.
There's too much predation,
Aye.
and that's in the animal
That's
world
fine,
as well.
aye, that's what I'm saying. Even if people all of a sudden become all this enlightened, new age, spiritually fucking lovey-dovey fucking thing, right? What about all the animals and the insects and the beasties that are fucking slaughtering each other, murdering each other? I mean, do we just forget about all that? Or do we jump into the new age? This is a cracker, right? This is a new age thing, right?
Right.
We're living in this realm full of suffering, slaughter, famine, death, all this fucking stuff, right? But these fucking new agers want you to get at one with it all.
Here's my
What
singing
the, I
hole.
mean, what the fuck? How the fuck can you become at one with all this? Get a fucking
Can you
grip
become
of
at one
yourselves.
with the lion or the gazelle?
Aye, I know, but who are you at one with? Oh, it's all God's work and it's all God's will and meaning. What the fuck are you talking about? People aren't thinking deeply enough about any of this stuff as far as I'm concerned, do you know what I mean?
Everybody's just skimming the surface. I actually got told one time by a member of my family that I had a problem. And do you know what my problem was?
What's that?
I'm too deep.
Aye, that just means that we...
But what I turned around and responded was, I was like that, so what you're saying is, you're too shallow.
Aye.
You know?
Aye.
Oh, no, well, hang on now, you can't just come out with a statement like that if you're trying to say that's a bad thing for me, so you're saying the opposite is the good. So you're actually saying it's better to live a shallow life than to actually understand,
I know.
you know?
Or you think too much.
You're too analytical.
I know. As if it's a fucking
excuse-
negative.
Oh, I know.
No, we should just run about with our head up our ass believing and just partying, fuck it, and just believe what everybody fucking tells us. Do you know what
I
I
know
mean?
this is on a different tangent, but to take that to the fucking crux of that matter is what is people are going to do is, they need to vote for people to lead them. And you ask anybody, fucking politicians, they're all in it for themselves, backhanders, liars, thieves, and all the rest of it. Very often, I'm off to vote for Labour.
I know, because that's just what we do.
That's just what we do.
And as I pointed out earlier on, take it to a one-to-one level, okay? Imagine you gave control or power of your life to somebody, a friend, whatever. How long is it going to be before they start using that to their advantage?
Yep.
Right. So what's the lesson in that? Stop giving external sources your power and then fucking blaming them for it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how deep into the nuthouse do we need to go before people realise this stuff? You know?
Vote for leaders, where are you getting led?
He's gay, they're trannies, they're this, they're that. They're like, so fucking what? Leave them. Focus on you.
Yep.
Patricia Steere and Mark Sargent, I'm getting hot potatoes and hot fluff and they talk about their favourite colours and they're like, so fucking what? So what?
You have a choice, you can either listen to them or you don't listen to them.
As I said, I'm not running about forcing people to follow them.
I'm a politician, you're not getting flyers through your door.
I wish people would just live and let live. Let go of this trying to control each other. We're never going to find out where we are. All this behaviour is hampering my chances of finding out where we are. I'm not interested in controlling or manipulating anybody. I need to know where I am for me, for my grounding, for my realisation, for my understanding. Right? Not for anybody else's. So,
I mean, I used to say to myself, I would love to live in a world, so to speak, full of children, because of the creative the creative aspect of children having. You know, you see them in the playground running about their planes, their motors.
because that's what we were. That's what true nature.
But now people are still children,
Yep.
but they've lost that creative spark,
Aye.
and now it's just petulant, spoiled babies.
Running about, acting as if they've got a firm grip on the world and a firm grip on society and how you behave, and they've got it all mapped to it. Everybody's got it all mapped to it.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It's fucking...
And see anybody that's got that, I mean, that is a total point of delusion and pomposity. If they think they've got it all fathomed out, then they're expecting the rest of the world to act according to them.
Exactly.
You know,
and that, as I said before,
see that for what it is.
how many years have we spent pondering and analysing and thinking about every aspect and every detail of our life, right? Now, the majority of people have never even entered into the first stage of the depths of thought that we've been at. So how the fuck do these people expect them to get it? You know, as I say, if it's on the news tonight at 6 o'clock, the line, the world's flat, it's just going to go... People might be a wee bit irate that they've been lied to, but they're not going to actually get the full extent of what's went on.
So Star Trek's no real then? Yeah. You know, that kind of, that's what you're going to, that's the kind of shit you're going
Star
to get.
Trek's no real, but it's fucking EastEnders still on at 6 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? It's, That's the reality. That's what people are like. You know?
I mean, on my own wee theology concerning that. The mere telling us we're living on a spinning ball in an infinite void. How restricted and insignificant does that make you feel?
That's a psychological trick.
Aye, that's what I was trying to put across there. That's the psychology of it. They'll make you feel insignificant. You live in a haphazard accident where something could go wrong at any time. Oh, asteroid. Oh, aliens. Oh, global warming. Oh, nuclear war. Oh, this. Fuck off with a lot of it. Oh.
It's all disempowering ideas and ideologies. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Coronal mass ejections can fuck up. It's like an EMP. Yeah, whatever.
Aye. As I say, it's disempowering ideologies.
Correct.
That's what it's designed for. You need to think about any of these religious or philosophies, any of these ideas, and think to yourself, are they disempowering or empowering? Okay? Disempowering to me is being at the whim of accidental chance, or some hierarchy god, or some one consciousness that's having a psychotic episode in the middle of nothingness.
The computer program, simulation.
You know, all these ideas that take the responsibility away from you, that make you feel insignificant, like you're not in control. It's a psychological operation, that's a psychological game to put you in that state.
And people create their own barriers in that state as well.
Aye.
You know, it's proverbial. How many folk do you know that are happy at their work?
No.
Every time you speak to somebody, I'm fucking sick of work, blah this, blah blah blah. That's a hard life. But you off to? I'm off to work.
I know. That's
Well, what you fucking moaning about? Change it.
Exactly.
You know, that's where you take your power
Exactly.
back.
Yeah.
But then this is where you go, oh well, jobs are hard to come. No, that's an ideology that somebody else has told you. I know people that walk out of one job into another job, so there, don't generalise with that. Do what you want in life.
Yeah.
You know. Obviously, we can go down the road of, well, obviously they're using banks to control us because we have to use their monies, their
But
bits
it's
of
still
paper as a
consent.
bartering system. That's a
It's
consent
still
as well.
had to be consent.
Aye.
The banks don't run about forcing you to take money or buy into their monetary. None of this has been. It's all manufacturing your consent. Oh, fucking looking for a baddie to hang in the street. I mean, fucking hell. If you want to hang the baddie, hang your fucking self. Because see, at the end of the day, see everything you feel, everything you fear, everything you worry about, it's all created by you. Because you're attaching yourself, you're giving it importance.
Every moan you put out in the world is your own fault.
Aye. That's it. It's like Celtic fans going to Ibrox every Saturday to try and convince the Rangers fans to go their way or to follow them or to do what's right. Is it going to fucking happen? No. Right? It's a total waste of fucking time. They have a better time when they go to their own stadium and they focus on their own game and have a bit of fun there. You know?
Well, the
analogy is the exact same as what these people are doing with targeting other flat earthers and making the focus on these people. It's nonsense,
The way I
man.
used to use the Rangers and Celtic scenario was like every Saturday there was an old firm game and they're wanting to kill each other.
Yep.
You know, because they've got different emotional states. But in the same extent, the same people go to national Scotland games and they're all singing Flower of Scotland together because they're in the same emotional state.
Yeah.
And this is what people aren't realising, that it's an emotional state you're getting into. And depending on what emotion you're feeling, you'll find your wee clique to belong to. You know, that programme running.
Yeah. And we don't need the cliques. Do you know what I mean? What we need is the analogy you say is we need the national team.
Correct.
What are we all supporting?
We
What
need
is
all
the-
get into
what
the
is
same
aim
frame
for
of
us
mind.
all? Aye. My frame of mind is I
Progression.
want to know the fucking truth. Right? So there's a process of how I find the truth, and adopting beliefs and assumptions and focusing my emotions on external people and attacking other people, all that is never going to give me the truth. It's just going to stifle me and hold it back and push people away from me. People who might have some good information. Do you know what I mean? I say, start analysing the content, ignore the people.
Because realistically, all you're doing, especially on YouTube, is you're just looking at a screen and it's just words that are coming up. If you want to emotionally attach yourself to that, then you're fucking yourself for day one. You know, oh, that cunt there, no, it's not.
It shows you how much
Look at
they've lost touch with reality.
Correct.
You know, and how much their emotions are just running the show. You know, because at the end of the day, it's like you say, it's a screen with words on it. You know, there's no real there's nothing. Even if it was a real person, it doesn't matter what they were saying. It still shouldn't be affecting your emotions and your feelings or your psyche or whatever.
Unless you need to control.
Aye.
And needing to control is a sign of insecurity.
Insecurity, and it's just a vicious cycle. Okay, so when people are coming in who are clever enough and they see that kind of behaviour going on, that's just automatically we're going to think you're doing yourself no favours or anybody else favours whatsoever.
You're expecting the world to bow to your emotional state.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't play victimhood.
No.
You know, who's got the best sob story. If you want things like that, go into X Factor, seriously.
Aye.
You'll go far on there with a good sob story. Oh, victim, oh, poor me. They thrive on that kind of thing. Because then it promotes it even further out. Other folk like, see if I was a victim, how can I make myself a victim and get this?
And you get
See,
some...
sorry to interject, but see when my boy was going through school, which was probably irrelevant, and he was doing his best, you know, trying to be good and all the rest of it. But like anything going through school always ends up in fights and all the rest of it. Now he never started them, this was proven the amount of times I was up seeing the head teacher. And the teacher, the head was still labelling him the same as the one that was instigating the fights. And it got to a point where he was still getting detention because he was retaliating back, defending himself.
Yeah.
And he actually sat down with me one time and he's like, Dad, what's the point in trying to be good? He's like, because see the guys that are starting the fights and all the rest of it, they're getting taken in days out of here, they're given this, they're given that, and all the rest of it. He's like, what do I get? I'm getting detention for defending myself. And the guys that are actually starting to attack me are getting rewarded. He's like, so what is the point? And I just use that as an example to show you how fucked up the world is, and how through children, that's going to create a certain frame of mind for them. They're going to say to themselves, well, hang on now, he's a bad bastard, he's been slapping people and punching and kicking and all the rest of it, and he's getting rewarded for that. You know, he's getting taken days out because apparently he's a troubled child.
But this system does reward that kind of
Correct,
behaviour.
that's my whole point, that's what I'm
If you're
saying.
not willing to stamp on people and kick them in the fucking balls, then you're not going to get anywhere.
Aye.
That's what this system is. Do you know what I mean? And you just meet that head on. As I say, unless somebody's imposing on your free will, you know, that's the only time a real crime takes place.
Why?
Is when somebody's imposing on your free will, and then you have the right to deal with them in whatever means you see fit. But if somebody's sitting over there in the distance, doing what they do, and talking about whatever they want, and I'm sitting over here going, fucking yeah, I'm just a lunatic. I've lost the plot altogether. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. It's fucked. I mean, it's arse for the elbow.
Aye.
It really is. If you want to go through this world, and I go through this world in and it gets dealt in front of me, I turn it round 180
Aye.
degrees and it seems to fit.
Yep. Focus on you, you know what I mean? 'Cause at the end of the day, what are these people really doing? Nothing. They're just being them and doing what they do, and people are following them because of their content and whatever it is they're putting out there. So stop fucking moaning about it, employ the same tactics and just focus on you. You know, if you're just jealous about the view counts or whatever else, then it's just nonsense that I can't even be bothered dragging myself down to. Okay? You shouldn't be in it for the view counts. You should be in it just for you to be genuine. And fair dues, I get it, especially guys in an emotional state. They figure out they've been lied to, and they get all of a sudden they get this saviour mindset where it's all good that you can get the critical thought and see bullshit and blah blah blah, but screaming about it and demanding that everybody sees it your way is not going to help anybody. Do you know what I mean? Although I'll defend your right to fucking say what you say, I just don't agree with what you're saying. These tactics are slagging and attacking other individuals. It's a pointless endeavour. And it's, as I say, the only reason that I'm getting involved and even want to talk about it is because it's hampering my chances of finding real truth. I've just got to focus on me and what I'm doing, but we are all in this together, regardless, you know. So
We're all on the same plane, or planet, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Aye.
We're all on the same object.
yeah, doesn't mean to say we all need to be the same. You know, there's different levels of people here, all different personalities, murderers and psychopaths, and you know, I mean, take a realistic look at what this realm is. It's anything goes, free will, that's all that's here. Alistair Crowley and all these people weren't they, they're devil worshippers and evil men and spreading
The most
ideologies.
evil man in history.
Do as thou wilt isn't an ideology. Do as thou wilt is an observation of the reality that you're in. Right? And just because I know that and I observe that doesn't mean to say I'm a Satanist that runs about doing what I like. No. I love...
And do thy will doesn't mean to say you go out and murder somebody,
But
because that's still an
that's what
enforcement of free will on somebody else.
That's automatically, that's the victim mind that they go to as soon as they hear this kind of stuff. You know, no, there's murderers and rapists that have been here since the day you were fucking born. Now, they're not running about raping you and murdering you. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, man. Stop watching the fucking news. Stop watching the fucking
telly.
TV. That'd have you believe that it's happening every fucking 2 minutes. Go out the door. Think about it logically. How long have you been alive and how much of this stuff have you actually witnessed yourself? None.
I would suggest anybody that's capable of critical thinking to read 1984, but anybody that's capable of critical thinking will have already read it.
Aye.
No, that gives, I mean,
That's the point I'm making. If people are critically thinking, they don't need me, you, or any other saviour to warn them about the pitfalls of following this person or that person, right? They'll figure it out on their own, okay? When you were a teenager, your parents tried to warn you about certain situations and you fucking ignored it. And you went and you done your own thing and you learned from your own experience. That's what all these people will do, okay? They're all at different levels of understanding and realisation. You need to accept that. As far as I can see, as I said before, these flat earthers they're just minding their own business. They're just doing what they do,
Yep.
you know. And all they get's attacked because people don't agree. You know what I mean?
Because they
It's
don't
like,
agree.
it's like if you don't agree, go and you do what you think you should be doing. Do you know what I mean? They're not coming and telling you what you should be
other
doing.
people.
Aye. I don't see Patricia Steer phoning up or Mark Sargent phoning MD up or making videos to go, by the way, you shouldn't be fucking doing this. Me. Maybe they have and I've not seen it, but it's pointless. Do you know what I mean? But they seem to me to be that intelligent enough people to realise that that's fucking nonsense. And I messaged Eric Dubai and Matthew Powell way back at the start and asked them about the bitching and why they were doing it and stuff, and I could go, oh, because they're shills and they're agents and they know what they're pushing, or I could just be realistic and go, they're just people, right, at different levels of realisation and understanding, who are just doing what they do and saying what they say, not because it's a preconceived plan, it's just because that's where they are at that moment in time. 2 years time, 6 months time, they might change their view or their opinion, right? That's just life, that's what happens. You know, they're not all agents, and because they go like that, oh, he's made a fucking circle with 666, or he's got fucking 33. I've got Adidas on my jumper, so therefore 3 pyramids and all
Oh
that.
my
Aye,
God.
33, let's make fucking numbers up, it means I'm a fucking shill. Come on, you fuck, man. It's like, you know what this is like? It's like that. I says it to you the other day. It's like that book in the movie Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
You know, I hope to fuck that's what's really going on, and we're just going through this kind of cocoon phase, and we're going to burst into this butterfly. Do you know what I mean? That's not going to happen either. Still going to be fucking psychopaths.
Psychopathic butterflies.
Aye, psychopathic butterflies. The playing field is even. Do you know what I mean? Everybody has free will. Everybody has their own mind. Everybody's in control of their own mind and their own emotions. Do you know what I mean?
The playing field becomes uneven when you start putting people onto pedestals, or putting yourself on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Now that's not the right way to do it, because you're either saying, oh, the other people are better than me, which means you're empowering them and losing your own.
Yeah.
Or to stand there and go, I know it all, that's just grandiose delusions.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
You think you know what you know, you just play with it.
Yeah.
You know.
So, everybody that's pushing flat earth, saying the globe's a lie, in my book, superb. I want everybody to keep going with it, because that increases the chances, as I say, of me finding out where I really am.
And I'll go back to saying, but don't make any claims you can't back
No.
up.
People
Because
want
what
to
I've noticed nowadays is there's a lot more of these globe pushers, and they're spending time attacking
models.
attacking models,
That was the
attacking
MO.
maps.
Yeah.
And this is why they're constantly saying, well, you back up your claim. We've not got a claim.
No.
You know, and this is, if you take it right back down, the claim, the onus is on the claim that's been pushed.
Yeah.
And the claim that's
you-
been pushed for the past 500 odd years,
or
is a
2,000
ball
years according to some people.
according to some, but
Is that
I'm
it's a
going to take
ball?
it back to the
Aye.
Copernicus
Yeah.
era. 500 years is that it's a ball.
Yeah.
Now, all these folk that are believing that and pushing that, you need to back that up. You can't just push one model and then turn on the other folk. This is our model, we can't back it up, we're just using theory, but we want to see what yous have got.
Aye.
We've not got anything, but we know your model's your model's shite.
Aye, that's it.
Not snow, show us your model. And that's what they're wanting, because that's what they
The
can attack.
logic is in order to get rid of their lie, we need to have some other lie,
Correct.
or assumption or belief.
Comfort
it's-
blanket for
aye,
the
comfort,
emotional
whatever
weak.
it is, it's fucking crap. The burden of proof lies with the claim. and that's the claim that we were all born into, and that's purely what we should be sticking to.
So
Okay?
anybody that doesn't realistically think that we live in a globe, what you should be doing is putting your energies towards people that are pushing the globe and
Yeah.
asking them for their empirical evidence.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking
Yeah.
for. Empirical evidence of your claim.
Doesn't mean to say
I've not
that,
got a claim.
doesn't mean to say that people can't have an interest or want to work on a model or a map, but these people that think they're working on these model or maps, that think that they're, oh, I'm going to be the first one to, you're deluding yourself,
Yeah.
because you don't have access to every nook and cranny of this earth. Any model that you come up with is going to be flawed, right? And they're only going to focus on the flaws.
Yes.
That's what they're depending on.
What they're doing is try to debunk anything else that comes in,
Aye.
so that they're left
If
still
they can
holding
find
theirs.
one thing to discredit your model, they just automatically jump to, well, that's rubbish, so therefore we'll just stick to the globe. And people are gullible enough to go with that. You know, if all these gullible people see, if their first encounter with flat earth versus globe earth is some glober pulling up a
Flat Earth map.
flat earth map and debunking some part of it, then that person just needs to go, oh, that's just rubbish, and away they go. You know, it's
Stop promoting what you can't prove.
yeah. And stop focusing on other people. Focus on yourself, okay? Nobody wants a saviour. I don't want a fucking saviour. I don't want a hero. Somebody guiding me. Somebody fucking taking our hand through this realm or this reality. That's not what's fucking happening. You know, people need their own critical thought, their own individuality, the ability to stand on their own 2 feet and assess things for themselves. And if they're not capable of that, they'll learn their lessons through time, through experience. They will eventually learn it. That's the way it was for me. It's the way it was for many of you. Just live and let live. Stop focusing on each other. Okay? Let's focus on the lie. That's the problem.
Denounce
Focus
the
on
lie
the lie.
before you put anything else out. And they're just going to keep coming back. I can debunk that, so Uzi's still right.
Yeah.
You know, and even if you can prove 999 things wrong with the globe theory, if they find one thing that can sort of fit, that's what they're going to push. So what you need to do is attack them on other globe
Aye.
theories.
But the thing about modelling is that is simple as well. If I can find one fact that you cannot account for on your model, either you change your model or account for it in some way. If you cannot do that, your whole model's scrapped.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's the same with the flat. If you bring a model forward and they can just find one thing to tear it apart, the whole thing has to be scrapped. So what's the point?
And then
What's the
we'll jump
point in
on that.
risking losing stuff that might have truth in it for one bit of bollocks?
It's
Do you
not
know
just
what I
a
mean?
case of losing that, it's a case of these fuckers will generalise and stereotype.
As
It
they
only
do.
takes one flat earther as such to promote a map,
Yeah.
and they're just going to turn and say,
Aye.
see, there's your flat earth debunked, all flat earthers. You see what I'm talking, that's what you need to
know,
avoid.
They know that because straight away you're getting asked to show a picture of the edge or show you a picture of the ice wall and blah blah. These should be alarm bells for you to pull back for jumping in and believing in these kind of things, because obviously you know you have no way of proving it, okay? And it's just going to make you look daft.
Correct.
And it's discrediting the whole other aspect of it.
You're just doing the exact same as what the globe has been doing for 500
Aye.
years.
Yeah.
You know, pushing a model, and just letting it be and letting
And
it
then
be.
making stories up and twisting facts to suit their theories.
And showing you lovely images
Aye.
and
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah. I know,
Just
and
to
that's
draw
it.
you in there. Why do you think there's a fucking globe in every single class? Because as I say, I can mind even my early primary school days, oh, I'm going to go up and spin, 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 spin.
Yeah.
Subliminally programming myself.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Feeding time it
Right,
was
well,
this.
that's
That one's Dad's.
All right.
Yours.
well, that's a perfect time, I think, just to end
Aye.
it. Do you know?
I'll just call it quits at that.
Aye.
Right,
So,
thank you.
cheers.
Do you want the first one?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, please.
I can have a doobie now. Think that was alright?
Aye, I think it's about 50 minutes.